What is up, my dudes? I outlined 1.3 while that video was processing on YouTube. I also peed and I grabbed a pretzel roll. And I'm eating that. It's now 7:55, which is over an hour from when I started this. Well, obviously because the last video was like an hour. Anyway, so 1.3, I have it all outlined right here. And then I'll move right on to 1.4. And then after 1.4 is 1.5 and then 1.6. And then I'll do the chapter 2 video. Okay. So. Sorry, broskies, I'm chewing. Some of the things are a little out of order. And there was also, in the last video, I did private, common, and open, or whatever, property. And that was in 1.3, so I just skipped it. So there's a whole page. 1.3 was long as shit. Oh my god, this pretzel was so good. I have to brush my teeth soon. Okay. So, a resource. These are all vocab words, except for some of them are just bullet points. Because to me, I think that the vocab words are the most important part of the textbook. Because everything's based around them. So, resource. And most of this is quoting the textbook. Do I have to, living in the environment, I think it was what's his name? I really don't want to get sued. I'm probably just being paranoid, but, just in case, because you never know. Okay, anyway. A resource is anything gotten from the environment, that satisfies the human's needs or wants. So, this bread that I'm holding right now. Okay, here. Living in the Environment by J. Tyler Miller and Scott Spoolman. The AP Environmental Science textbook. That is what I'm citing my source. Anyway. Conservation. That's the next vocab word. Oh, it's almost gone. Okay, maybe I should just finish this off. Then I'll talk. Anyway, let me just talk about something random while I eat this. My friend Lizzie, she got me a JoJo bow for my birthday. Oh my god. It's so beautiful. Thank you, JoJo. I love you. Okay, that was a nice bite. So let me finish chewing and I'll start. Okay. I'm thirsty. Whatever. Okay. Conservation. That is when you manage a natural resource, and your goal is to minimize waste and to be sustainable. So you're conserving the resources of the environment. I'm gonna skip over this one for now, and then I'll go back to it. I told you I wrote these stuff out of order. So, as I mentioned in the last video, I have terrible handwriting, so I can barely read this. So here is, perpetual resource is a resource that is renewed continuously. So an example of that would be solar energy, because we are constantly using solar energy, except for at night. Well, I mean, we are still using it because the other side of the world is on daytime right now. Whatever. So we're consistently using that. So that would be perpetual resource. And renewable resources, which we went over in the last video too, is a resource that can be renewed in a quick span of time. Sustainable yield. This is a newer vocab word. It holds a little more weight than something like resource or conservation would. sustainable yield is, quoting from the textbook, is using resource indefinitely without reducing supply. So basically, sustainable yield is the amount of time you use a resource, and you do not you're not depleting the supply. Environmental degradation is exceeding the amount of renewable replacement that causes the supply to shrink. So you're degrading it, basically, obviously. And these are some bullets. Use some shared resource. Okay, here we go. Sorry, let me go back. Sorry, I told you this was out of whack. I have a scab on my ankle. Anyway, so Tragedy of Commons. Last video I used the J.J. Bittenbinder at a buffet example. So I won't be using an example this time. I'm just going to be saying it. Tragedy of Commons is the collective depletion of a shared resource, and here are the bullet points for it. Using a shared resources at rates below sustainable yield, these are the solutions to the idea of Tragedy of Commons. So, using shared resources below the sustainable yield. So, that would mean being able to sustain much more. And the other one is change open access resources to private, and this one's not very practical, but it would be nice. That's what I got for the textbook. Yo dog, let's move on. Non-renewable resource is fixed quantity in earth crust, and an example of an energy resource of that would be coal or oil, and metallic mineral resources of non-renewable would be copper or aluminum, and non-metallic mineral resources would be solar sand. Okay. Reuse. I'm sorry, I'm trying to go fast because I wanna get this over with. I'm really tired. Reusing is, hopefully you know what reusing is. It's using a resource again for the same purpose. And recycling, especially if you're taking environmental and you don't know what reusing and recycling is, then what the hell is wrong? You need to get out. Sorry, I just dropped an eraser on you. And recycling is collecting waste and then turning it into something else. Here's some bullets. Okay. Recycling, what does it say? Non-reusable metallic. Oh, it takes a lot less energy for it takes a lot less energy to recycle and even less to reuse. Okay, an ecological footprint is the amount of biologically productive land and water needed to supply the people of an area. And the per capita ecological footprint is the average of that in an area of a country. And here is if total. Okay. This is quoted, I'm pretty sure it's quoted directly or almost directly. If a country's total ecological footprint is bigger than the biological capacity to replenish resources and absorb waste, it is ecologically deficient. LMAO, deficient. So basically, if the ecological footprint, which is the amount of supplies, is bigger than how much they can hold, then it will deplete, and they will not be able to absorb waste or replenish. And here we move on to the cultural revolutions. So the very first one was, I think it was hundreds of years ago, maybe. Thousands. It was 10,000 to 12,000 years ago. That was the agricultural revolution, and that is when people started growing and breeding plants and animals. And the next one was about 200-ish years ago, and that was the Industrial Revolution, where machines were invented at large scale. And lastly is about 50-ish years ago, the Information Globalization Revolution, which was the developing of new technologies, and it was rapid speed of spread of info. And here are 3 bullet points. Each of these gave energy, gave more energy, and they allowed the expansion of human population, but they were used more and more resources and created more pollution. Okay, so that was all of 4-3 in 10 minutes. I guess it was less than 10 minutes because I took a huge break to eat that roll. Oh my god, it was so good. I want another one, but we only have 4, so we only have 3 left now, I guess, because I ate one of them. Okay. Let's do this. I want to gag. I want to choke. Okay. I'm actually going to go on my stomach now. I was just sitting. So, here we go. Pollution. Let's go. This is, pollution is the first vocab word I see here. Is, harmful to the health or activities of humans and other organisms. And so they're basically like and they can enter naturally or through human activities. There's 2 types of pollutants that I went over in my last video, so I will not be going over those again because I'm tired as shit. So the next type of the types of pollutants, I went over where they come from in the last video, but here are the actual types. They are biodegradable and non-degradable. Biodegradable pollutants are harmful, but they can be broken down by a natural process, or and non-degradable are harmful, and they cannot be broken down. And there's 3 types of unwanted effects. I don't know if you'll need to know this, but here they are anyway. Disrupting or degrading life support systems, damaging wildlife or property or health, and lastly, noise, smells, or sights that are unpleasant. And here is the subsection for cleanup and prevention. Pollution cleanup, which is obviously, as it says, cleaning up the pollutants that we are whatever. And here is another vocab, output pollution control, and according to the textbook, this is which involves cleaning up or diluting pollutants after they have been produced. And then pollution prevention, which is obviously taking steps to prevent pollution in the first place. And then another vocab word, which will be input pollution control, which reduces or eliminates the production of pollutants. So, yeah. So output pollution control is cleaning up after, and input is preventing before. There are problems with pollution cleanup, obviously, because it's after. So the first one is that it's only temporary, and the second is that it removes a pollutant, but it may cause another pollutant to go into another one, such as dumping or burning or burying. And the third reason it's bad is because pollutants can become dispersed into the environment, and this is all according to the textbook, and this can be at harmful levels, which hurts. Yeah. Oh, we're at 1.5 already. If you didn't know, there's 1.6 on here in total. 15 minutes I've gone through. I'm hoping to be done by 8:30 with this video so that I can get started on chapter 2, so that I can hopefully be done before 10 o'clock, because I still have something I want to finish, but I guess I might have to do that tomorrow. I wake up at 5:45. Okay, shit, I need to stop getting off topic. I'm so sorry if you came here to, like, actually learn. You should probably listen to, like, an actual teacher or something, but this is the best you get, I guess. Maybe one day I'll do, like, a room tour or something. Okay, wait, actually, before I keep going, I'm going to say this. My hope for this channel is to do, like, well, it's not really for, I feel bad saying this, but it's not really for anyone else's benefit except for my own, because the way I learn is by reading and speaking, and writing. Actually, I learn well from all three, mostly from speaking and writing. So basically what I'm hoping is to use this for the classes I take for studying and for homework, and I take French, so hopefully to study that, and maybe even some ASL because I've been wanting to learn that. So the classes I take are French for honors, so that's where I'm at with French right now, and that's what I would be speaking as. I also take theater. I don't think I would be comfortable sharing any of that. I take honors world history, so anything I would need to study for that. Choir I take, but I wouldn't want to do anything for that. I obviously take gym, but I wouldn't want to, I'm not going to show you anything from that. Obviously I take AP Environmental Science, which, hello, you're here for that. I also take AP Lit, and I take non-honors math analysis. So those are the things that I would need to study for. Anyway, let's get back on topic. I just talked about, why does my brain, okay, here, let's read this. Okay. Population growth is, here are some problems with the the main environmental problems. Population growth, which I mentioned in the last video. Wasteful and unsustainable resource use. Yeah, that makes sense. Poverty, failure to include harmful environmental costs in goods and services. Hot, and insufficient knowledge of how knowledge works. Nature. Okay, here we go. Poverty is the next vocab word. Poverty. According to the textbook, it is poverty occurs when people are unable to meet their basic needs for adequate food, shelter, health, and education. So basically, I don't know. I did it in article. Shit, I need to learn how to speak. Basically, last year in English class, I did my end of the year paper on period poverty, and how it affects women and trans men and non-binary people on the streets and in poverty that can't afford access to tampons and pads. That was what my paper was about. Oh my god, why do I keep getting off topic? Jesus. Okay. Is that hair on my screen? Sorry. It is harmful to the environment. So the textbook says that people living in poverty don't have time to think about the sustainability of the environment. They are more focused on getting food and water, and it affects population growth. My parents are playing this movie loud as shit. Doesn't my dad have to go to bed soon? Whatever. There's a fun little flip-flop going on here. Poverty can increase environmental degradation, but pollution can also affect increased poverty. And so that's pretty fun. Just kidding, that sucks, like a lot. Malnutrition, it says, is they are easily susceptible to diseases and premature deaths, which is really sad. Sorry, I'm scrolling. I'm on page 19 now, out of 24, I'm pretty sure. America, India, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Sorry. There's a lot of information that I won't need on here, so I'm just trying to skim through it. Finance. Okay. Here we go. Mass advertising lead to lots of consumption. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. Ecological footprints, big. Downside to wealth is that it allows the affluent, I'm quoting here, affluent to attain the resources they need from almost anywhere in the world without seeing harmful okay, so wealthy people don't see the impact of the things that they are buying, which is a bad thing, obviously. Burn the rich, eat them. Mark Brandanowitz, oh wait, shit, that's the guy from Parks and Rec. Who's the billionaire guy? Bezos? Yeah, eat him. Eat him with my pretzel bread. Yum, 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 yum. I have a pumpkin eraser. It's pretty cool. Isn't it pretty cool? I have this flipped around because, I look like shit. Oh wait, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm looking up here. I just got a notification, sorry. Okay. Taking this on my iPad, which is why it has terrible sound and video quality. I really just don't give a shit who watches this and who doesn't, so it's pretty cool. Okay. Keep going, Samantha. Fishing companies, whatever. Prices of goods and services do not include their harmful environmental costs. Okay, yeah. Consumers are not aware that they are buying bad stuff. So wasn't there that one brand of milk that was abusing the cows, and so it's like that. Subsidies. What are subsidies? Here I'm quoting here. Another problem is that the government give companies tax breaks and payments called subsidies to assist them during resources to run their business. So it's stimulating the economy, but it's really bad for the environment because it is supporting these companies that are emitting gases and oh shit, my charger unplugged. They're emitting gases and fossil fuels and treating animals terribly and releasing like toxic wastes into streams and shit. And it's not good, but it's whatever. Here is this is where it gets more ethical than political. Environmental worldview. Everyone has a different view on the world. Obviously, it's here. We're all different people. But quoting from the textbook, environmental worldview is a set of assumptions and values reflecting how you think the world works and what you think your role in the world should be. And so basically it's like your purpose in life, and everything that you do affects others and shit like that. And environmental ethics is the next vocab word, and quoting the textbook it says, which are our beliefs about what is right and what is wrong with how we treat the environment. And so basically it's like, it's the long, lifelong question of right versus wrong. And basically the textbook just asked a bunch of shit. So let me scroll back up. I'm tired, dude, skis. Hopefully chapter 2 is either like the same length or shorter. It's been 2 hours that I've been on chapter 1, but I don't want it to be another 2 hours. I want to go to sleep. I don't want to be up at 10:30 filming this. Okay, here is the next one. Planetary management worldview. I'm assuming before I read that it's like for companies. Okay. No, it's not. Ignore that what I just said. Okay. Quoting from the textbook, planetary management worldview holds that we are separate from nature, that nature exists mainly to meet our needs. Okay, so it is companies, kind of. It's saying that the world is meant for humans and that we are superior, which is just gross. Like, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that because it's a worldview. It's someone else's opinion. But I personally do not believe in planetary management worldview, and I really hope you don't either. It's kind of a dick move to think that we are just here to take over everything. I feel like in this class you'll definitely be able to tell that I am indeed an atheist. My professor will probably pick up on that by my worldview. But yeah, I definitely do not support planetary management worldview. And then the next one is stewardship worldview, and quoting the textbook, it says, holds that we can and should manage the earth for our benefit, but that we have the ethical responsibility to be caring and responsible managers of the earth. And so basically it's saying that we as humans have the right to do whatever we want with the planet, but we should have the, like, it's basically saying, like, if you're going to join a club and then you immediately nominate yourself president, and then you take over the club, but you still keep the old activities and you upkeep it, whereas planetary management would be taking over the club and being a dictator, basically. So stewardship that's okay, but I still don't agree with it. Sorry, my friend's texting me. She asked if the quiz is open note. I really hope it is, because I have been speaking for a while. Oh wait, actually, I hope it is, but I also hope it's not, because I haven't been taking notes along with speaking this stuff, so I'm kind of just you know? Okay, environmental wisdom worldview. Quoting, holds that we are part of and totally dependent on nature, and nature exists for all species, not just us. That is the one I personally agree with, that, like, if you join a club and there is no president of the club, we are all just members of the club, and we're all doing our fair share. So the three are environmental wisdom, stewardship, and planetary management. And they go from like one extreme to the other. Here is the next thing. Okay, social capital is the next vocab term. What page am I on? 20? Oh my god, okay. I'm gonna speed up my talking. I know I'm already talking really fast, probably. Okay. Quoting here. Making the shift to more sustainable societies and economies involves building what sociologists call social capital. So building more economies is social capital. Getting people with different views. Okay, so listening to one another is social capital, like differing views. Oh shit, please don't. Oh, I almost pressed the back arrow. So it's people with different views coming together to make solutions. It's trade-off solutions. Agreeing and disagreeing. So it's basically conversing is what social capital is. Okay. I really hope that this shit is not in it because I'm not reading that. Some shit about Chattanooga, like who? I don't give a fuck. Okay, next. To bring about change. Okay, I'm on page 22, two more. Okay, here is page 23. Oh my god, I'm so close. Okay. So, more sustainability. How to live more sustainably. Rely on solar energy. So it's taking lessons from nature. So here are the four. Relying on solar energy, biodiversity, nutrient cycling, and population control. So relying on solar energy is, I guess, how I interpret that is like using solar-powered panels for electricity and I'm sure there's other shit that I'm forgetting. Wait, what's the next thing? Okay, population control. Wait, where's biodiversity? I don't see it. Whatever. Population control is, and then what's it called? Survival of the fittest. Nutrient cycling is reprocessing shit. Years. Okay, so that is chapter 1. Awesome. So I'm about to film chapter 2. I think what I'm gonna do, and I recommend if you're watching this, I'm going to write out all of the vocab terms for both chapter 1 and chapter 2, and I'm going to write all the definitions, and then I'm going to, tomorrow I'll probably re-listen to this, or I won't, I don't know, I hate the sound of my voice, I just love talking. And hopefully that'll be enough. I'll also watch some other videos of teachers explaining chapters 1 and 2. Most of it I feel like we've learned already. I think I should be good. I do have my notes from the summer. So good luck.